Filipino Kali educator. The next installment that I want to show today is a request from how do I get my karambit out into my right hand once I see the threat of a knife attack. Well, it's very, very tricky to do, but it really all depends on the knife attack itself. The most common attacks from a knife are either going to be overhead, a thrust from the side, or a thrust, what we call that shank position. So I've got to answer that first. But again, the focus of this video was how am I going to take out my karambit in the middle of a knife attack that I visualize, recognize. So let's just take this as an example. The common strike would most likely be from here, or from this position, or from the thrust position. Well, I have to answer that out first in regards to getting my karambit out. Now, another question that may be brought up is the karambit, do I wear my shirt over, or do I wear my shirt underneath it with the karambit being seen? Here in this position, you can see that it's here. However, what I like to do is I like to cover it because I don't want people knowing that I have a weapon. Because if it happens, then that weapon can be used against me. So I'm going to be using that as my self-defense tool. So regardless of what happens, if I'm going to respond to that in any way, because there's so many different systems out there, this is how I would respond to that, is always working off towards the outside. If I respond to that, what I'm going to end up doing is once I withdraw this, I go right to my karambit, and that's how I'm going to answer the concealment or with deploying of my karambit if that attack ends up coming. Again, there are different types of systems that will react to that type of attack. That's just one way that we would do it. So, in this sense, again, nice and slow, if you notice, hands are up. I'm going to take that from here. Notice what my left hand does. See, my body protects me from that. If that ends up happening, at least I have this. Once I'm here, I retract, switch that off, and then my karambit comes back, and then I can go ahead and do whatever you all do with your karambit. If you're looking for what we do in our system, take a look at tendon termination or the 12 strikes of the karambit in either the Evade the Blade 55 or in Filipino Kali Educator. So that's one way you make that attack as far as deploying that against the overhead strike. The next one that can be done, we can look at the slash, which comes through here. So if the slash ends up coming this way, that can also come in this direction too. So in my response to that would be the same deployment, but I have to answer this first. So if I answer that first, that's over here. Once again, I'm out again. Check that, retract, and come back with my karambit back into that position from here. So once again, just doing that nice and slow. Once I do that, answer the karambit from here. 1, 2. Get that out. Once I'm here, I check. Once I'm in this position, I come back. Once I deploy that, this is where it is, from this position from here. And then what I do from here is whatever you have skill in doing. Again, in the Sinintersa Wali Kali system, we would respond a little differently. But I just want to make sure I answer your question of how to deploy that with the karambit being in my right hand. So the next one that I'd like to answer is the thrust. From the thrust position, from here, I have to work off the angle. Nothing changes. Working out the angle, and once again, I'm back to this, coming back, withdraw immediately with my karambit, getting into position, whatever position that is for you all in whatever you've learned. But to answer those questions again, they're going to come from any of those three. The deployment part is going to be just as important. But if you're going to be knife attacked from here, or knife ambushed, from here is to answer that strike again. Answer it first. Get it out. Once I get in, then withdraw immediately from there. So hopefully that answers. I know it's a little bit broad, but your question was how do I respond by withdrawing or deploying my karambit in the sense of it already being concealed. So hopefully that helps you out and gives you some ideas. Again, visit Kali Filipino Educator or Evade the Blade 55.